Hey, Connie, thank you so much for joining me and doing this interview with me. I like to do these at when you get to the end of the program, I want to know what your thoughts are, but I really want to hear from you um, how the program went for you so that other people can sort of gain some knowledge just about how the program works and what you gained from it. So why don't we start with you just introducing yourself? Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and maybe what brought you to look for the program in the first place, maybe. Do you want to start there?
Sure. Okay. Hi, folks. I'm Connie Bruder. I live in a little town called Maryhill. I'm in between Guelph and Kitchener. I work at Sun Life in the office and out at home sometimes as well. I've been there for 35 years. Um, Before I started the program, I was feeling very, very down and out. I felt like I was very tired all the time, low self-esteem, no motivation. I always felt bloated. My stomach always felt funny, and I always just kept putting this up to menopause. It's just menopause, menopause, menopause. My clothes were tight. Let's just say I felt really fat and ugly. That's where I really felt before I started the program. So,
Yeah. And we knew each other from years ago, both
yeah,
working at Mutual Life back
that's
then.
right. Yeah, I used to attend your fitness classes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then you were part of the Women Over 50 free group, right?
Right. And our boys
And
played
then
hockey together. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
lots of connection there.
Sure
What
has.
made you finally decide, that maybe this program would be a good fit for you? Was there anything in that came up for you to say, I should talk to Karen? We hadn't really ever talked about your health
No,
before,
no,
right?
no,
Personally.
no. One thing I really felt helpful was that your wellness, well-balanced Facebook page. That's what
Mhm.
really triggered me to know that it's something over 50. I wasn't alone. You targeted all the areas. People are all saying the same thing I was saying. So that thing is what really pulled me in at first. And then as you got talking and I seen more posts, then I seen that you had that jumpstart program. I thought, okay, that's a good place to start, right? See if I really
Yeah.
think if I like your standards, the way things go. I did it and I absolutely loved it. It made me feel really good. I like the jump start. I highly recommend it to anybody. If you want to at least give it something a try, definitely
Mhm.
give the jump start a try.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
I don't offer that was the first time that I had offered it just because I
Yeah.
did want to, let people just, even in the first 3 weeks, I think the jump start was maybe 28 days or 21 days or
Yeah.
something. But even in the first 3 weeks, you can really learn something, right?
Oh,
So
definitely.
I haven't offered that on a regular basis, but knowing, that you enjoyed that and it
Yes.
gave you a little kickstart, maybe that's something that
Yeah.
I should consider.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your results in the program, Connie.
My results in the program, I didn't lose as much as I wanted to, but that was due to my own personal issues and stuff I had dealing. But I did lose 15 pounds, and to me that was good because it was slow, steady weight. I know I'm going to keep this off. This is one program that I've done that I can actually feel that I know I can maintain it and I can live with it. So it was a really big thing. And to me, I got so educated on how to eat food, what to eat food, all your little tips. It was just phenomenal. It was really, really, I highly recommend this. I can't say that enough
Oh,
to people.
yeah, that's so good to hear. You don't know where people are in terms of knowing, right? Because I've kind of grown up loving this stuff, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm thrilled actually that you got something out of it and you found it educational. That's everything to me. So
yeah.
thank
That,
you.
that was the biggest thing to me was the education, because what you don't know, you don't know. So you can't do it, right? So
Yeah,
now I know it and I can apply it and it's working. So that's the big
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And the slow and steady weight loss, I mean, the whole fitness and diet industry drives me crazy, right? And I know that women want fast results, right? You
Right.
want to lose
Yeah,
25 pounds in the 12 weeks, right? And some people do if they have more weight to lose. That's
right,
not impossible, but you're not, a big person. And so your weight loss was slow and steady, and that's
right.
exactly what you want to do so that that's going to stay off, right?
That's
And
right. That's
the
right.
the style of eating, you can maintain and bring to your family. They're not going to roll their eyes and think that you're crazy because you're, cutting out all your carbs and cutting out this and, it's that's the thing that I think if you can bring that to your family, which I know is your goal,
Yes. Yeah.
that's what it's all about, right? Let's make the people around us healthy as well, not just
That's right.
ourselves.
Well, my family was
So
always looking over my shoulder, seeing what I was eating. Are you allowed to eat that? Yes, I'm allowed to eat this.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
good.
And even
Now,
having the vegetables and everything all cut up, planned and stuff. The kids were going in the fridge grabbing that now too, because it's there and ready. So it has helped the whole family big time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
that's sort of annoying sometimes when you've
Yes.
you've prepared your food and then
Yeah.
it's missing. I
Yes.
know that happens, sometimes I got to the point where I would hide it in my downstairs fridge. I would portion out my meals and then put it away in a
Yeah.
yeah, secret container. So now I really do try, to lead women away from just the focus on the scale, right? Because
Mhm.
you can start your day feeling really good about yourself. This happens to me too. And you step on the scale and you're like, what the heck?
Right.
And so I do try to emphasize those what we call non-scale victories, right? Outside of the scale. Did you experience anything like that you could say,
Oh, for
was
sure.
attributed to the program?
Yep, yep, definitely more motivated. I had better self-esteem, just losing that weight, not feeling that bloatiness. My
Mhm.
stomach wasn't hurting, everything just seemed to, my confidence, it's sustainable. Everything was just so much better. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it's amazing how we tie our self-worth into, weight
yeah,
sometimes. Just feeling a little bit better can improve that for
right,
sure. But I also find, I mean, I tie this into strength training and that's not something that you've really got into yet.
right,
But I just feel like, there's something, it's not just the muscle that you're building, it's you are empowered, right? You know
right.
what you
Yeah.
you have to eat. You know what to do. Yeah, it's quite a sense of
Yeah.
empowerment is the word that comes to mind
And I had
when you
some blood
know
work
you're
done as well from my doctor, and my numbers were the best ever. My cholesterol levels, everything were perfect. So that made me feel really good too, that I know the inside of my body's doing what it should be doing, right? So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And sometimes, honestly, I've seen changes in like 3 weeks for sure when it comes to, blood glucose monitoring
yeah,
and that sort
yeah,
of thing. So good to know
yeah.
that your cholesterol is
And my sugar
good.
too, because I have diabetes in the family. So that's one thing I always watch out for. And he was really happy with the sugar levels and everything. And I told him what I was doing and he told me to keep doing it. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's good.
That's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, you go to some doctors, honestly, and it's amazing what they don't know about nutrition in order to send you away with, something to do. So
right.
it'd be nice to, hook up with some doctors like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Now, was there anything specific that you loved about the program or that you felt like added the most value to you? And I'm, really curious about this too, because whatever worked for you, I want to do more of, right? Was there anything specific that you could say, do more of this, or this was
Well,
really important?
well, from what I like, and maybe other people don't, but I do like the menu planning. I like to
Okay,
know what I should eat. And your recipes were phenomenal. Yeah,
okay.
but
So
that's what I
more of
really
that.
enjoyed. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And continue with the Zoom meetings. Those were fantastic. The support you get from you guys is amazing. The little
yeah.
tips we get from each other. You know you're not alone, right? And that's the biggest thing through all this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really cool because when I started this, I didn't have group meetings, right? I would just work with people
Oh,
one on one.
right.
And I do feel like, I mean, the information is the same, but hearing it from other people or
Mhm.
knowing what their questions are, that you're not the only one wondering about this, right?
That's right.
So that is that's good to know as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Any advice to give anybody that might be looking at the program the next time I offer it, Connie? I know that I'll probably be offering one more session before the summer. Is there anything that you would, say to them or advise?
Don't think about it. Just do it.
Ah,
Definitely get started, because it's definitely an awesome program. Even if you do offer the jump start again, if people even just get started on that and get to know how good it feels with your programs, because
yeah.
they are definitely really, really good. Yeah.
Uh, it's something because a lot of it is the investment, right? And I know that
Mhm.
that it is a jump, right? It is like, it's an investment in yourself. But I
That's
know
right.
that most of the women that I've worked with, they never look at that again, right? And they don't have to
No,
worry about it again.
no.
Um, but it is, yeah, it is, they have to just get out of their head and take a step forward. So I think that's good advice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And we have a saying, in the industry that you sort of, when you pay attention, right? And
Right,
and I hate
right.
to use that, but it is true because there is a lot of programs on the market that you could pay $25 and get the program or whatever,
Right.
but then most people actually don't follow through. They don't do
That's
it
true.
because there's
Yeah.
not a value placed on that. So
But you
it's
shouldn't
a
put a
tough
price
one.
on your health, right? You should never put
Yeah,
a price on your health. Your health should be
yeah,
priceless, right?
yeah, yeah,
When you put it over weeks, it's really not a whole lot per week, right? You'd go spend that on a piece of clothing or,
yeah.
garbage food, eat out restaurants. This way you're
You're
spending it,
right. You're
right?
right. And a lot of
So
people do pay that much when it comes to like supplements or
that's
shakes or
right.
whatever,
Yeah,
those kinds of
yeah,
programs. And then you're kind of stuck continuing to buy that sort of thing,
that's
right?
right.
So
That's
at
right. Yeah,
least you can,
yeah.
that you can buy real food and
That's
have
right. This is
results,
definitely
right?
a doable program for sure. You can, you fall off, you can get right back on. It's not hard to get back on it. It's a
Yeah.
program I highly, highly recommend to anybody out there looking for something.
Mhm.
Kevin's
Thanks, Connie.
Karen's the lady to go to, definitely.
I love what I do. I think that's the best
Yeah,
best job that I could do. So
yeah.
so thank you very much. I'm just
You're
gonna
welcome.
stop the recording here.